Hi guys, me again, back-to-back videos, and this is my build introduction now for the second build I'm going to start along with the P40 Warhawk. And this is going to be my entry into Tim Edwards' RAF 100 in scale group build, celebrating the 100 years of when the RAF was formed in 1918. This is a kit that was kindly sent to me by Mr. Bob Dyer. It's, as you can see, it's an Eduard limited edition Tempest Mk.V. Beautiful looking bird. It's a sealed kit, so I've got to remove the cellophane. This is my introduction and a bit of an inbox review, and then I'll do a total review at the end of the build. On the final reveal I'll tell you what I think of this kit as an overall build from start to scratch, and value for money, etc., and whether it's engineered well, goes together good, quality of the mouldings, etc. So let me just get a blade so I can take the cellophane off, and we'll have a look inside. So you're seeing this same time I'm seeing it for the first time. I have no idea what's in the box till I open it. So we'll move that, remove it, and then it won't be glaring with the light. On the outside of the box you can see it offers you the options for 6 different markings. Nice, 6 markings to choose from. The kit number's 1169, and does it say when it was made on the outside? Can't see any reference to date, maybe on the inside on the instruction booklet. So let's open her up. Oh, we can't. Oh, we can. Saw staples on the outside. Oh, this is a tight fit. This is tighter than the Scotsman's wallet. Oh. Alright, so let's have a look in the box. There's 2 bags of sprues, and there's 2 sprues in each bag. It's like a brown tan moulding. We'll take a look in more detail. We have a bag of resin parts, the Cockpit Interior. It's all resin. Nice, very nicely detailed. So a nice resin interior there. And then we've got clear parts in their own baggie as well. So we'll look at those in more detail in a minute. Let's just check what else is in here. Wow, lots of little things and goodies. That's obviously the masks for the canopy and the windshield. Decals. Offers 6 different versions, so you've got 6 lots of serial codes there. And the decals look beautiful. Made by Cartograph. Nice and thin. They gloss there, but they're really thin, and carrier film is minimal. I can't imagine having any problems with silvering. I very, very rarely have silvering. Maybe it's the techniques I use when I apply decals and seal them, etc. But I've never noticed silvering on any of my kits. Only the first few that I built, and that was before I had the modelling knowledge that I do now. So anyway, nice decals by Cartograph, masks for the canopy and windshield, and we've got some photo etch. Painted photo etch. That's for the instrument panel, seat belts. There's a little wheel inside the cockpit there, I can see. Very nice. Oh, more. Look at all that on the back. So 2 lots of PE photo etch, and that's the air intake at the front there. And it looks like we've got some other pieces of the outer bodywork on here, inside the flaps maybe. And these are obviously the wheel bay doors here. Nice, with all the rib detail. Oh man, this looks nice. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be my first time doing PE. First time doing masks. I usually cut my own masks. Quick look at what we got here. This is the decal stencil marking sheet. And then on the back it's showing the resin parts and the sprues. The 4 different sprues. Move the box out of the way. Move those out of the way. Let's look at the booklet. Beautiful colour printed booklet, as always, from Eduard. Bit of history of the Tempest. And then inside the Eduard. I've only built 2 Eduard kits since I've been modelling 4.5 years. BF109E3, which was a nightmare. And then the Echo DH2 biplane, which was a beautiful little kit. But really nicely laid out. They use the PE marking so you know what's PE, R for resin, P for photo etch, and anything that isn't marked with PE or R are the moulded parts, like here 19, 18, 59. So you know what's PE, you know what's resin, and you know what's the standard moulded parts. So it's putting the cockpit interior together, assembling, and putting the PE parts on top of the resin parts there. And then that gets loaded into the fuselage assembly, along with the radiator air intake area, which is PE. And then we assemble the wing halves together, uppers going down onto larger lower with the wheel wells fitted in, and then there's PE pieces that are going to go into those wheel wells. Thick pages. And then next is assembling the wings and the horizontal stabilizers to that fuselage. And then there's putting some markings there. It's showing markings F and G only, builds F and G, and then adding the 4 cannons there. And it's onto the PE wheel bay doors, and the struts. Looks like the struts are moulded. They don't have any reference for PE or resin. So doing the wheel bays, whether you're going to have them open or closed, and then the bombs, and then putting the support struts for the wheel struts, oleo struts, pilot step, and the under fuselage, I think that's the UHF antenna, and then the rear wheel hydraulic cylinders for the doors, wheel doors. And then it's on to assembling the spinner to the back plate and putting in the 4 propeller blades. And then assembling the canoper. Well, you've got the compass there. Compass gets assembled first, and then you can put the shield in over that, the windshield. Hope you can see that. Because I can't see the screen, so I don't know whether this is showing on the camera. And then after that, that was the final thing, assembling that canoper. And then it gives you the 6 versions. The first version is Pierre Klostermann, number 3 Squadron, RAF Fasberg, Germany, May 1945. One of the best known French military pilots. There are his markings. Not flashy enough for me. I like to see lots of different markings. The red nose is okay, that's different. It's got the yellow leading edge stripes. And then this one is another version biz, again for Pierre Klosterman of number 3 Squadron, RF Fazberg. Again the same fuselage markings, JFE. Different serial numbers. This one is for SN222, this one is for NV724. The third option is for SL, what does that, Staff Lieutenant, is that? Cornelius J. Shedden, Commanding Officer of number 486 Squadron, RAF Fazberg, May 1945. SAM, SAM, serial number SN129. And then we have option 4, Flight Officer BF Miller, number 501 Squadron, Bradwell Bay, October 1944. Fuselage markings RSD, serial number LJ558. Is that LJ? No, EJ, sorry, EJ558. And that's a better option for me. I like the white tailband or the sky tailband. So I kind of tend to lean towards the ones that have a little bit more detail and colour. So that could be a choice for me. Option 5 is for Wing Commander Evan D. Macker, Commanding Officer of number 122 Wing, Fazberg, Germany, May 1945. Fuselage markings EDM, serial number SN228. Fifth option is for Wing Commander Roland P. Beaumont, Commanding Officer of number 150 Wing, Castle, Camps in early 1944. Now this is more interesting. It's got the tails, fuselage band, it's got a yellow nose, yellow leading edges, and it's got the recognition stripes on the underside, black and white stripes. They're not D-Day stripes because they're not wrapped around up and bottom, and they're not wrapped around the fuselage. They're just recognition stripes, so ground crew troops recognise that it's a British aircraft. Now here we go to one with D-Day markings, June 1944, your sixth choice. This is for Wing Commander Roland P. Beaumont, Commanding Officer number 150 Wing, Newchurch, United Kingdom. And fuselage code RB, obviously for his name, Roland Beaumont, and serial number JN751. Now that's more than likely the one I'm going to go for, with the D-Day stripes all around, the yellow nose, yellow leading edges, and the sky fuselage band. So far it looks like a beautiful kit, lots on offer, resin, PE, 6 choices of paint. So let's now look at the mouldings. So the bags are stuck down along the edge here, it's stickier. Better than staples. Staples tend to scratch the parts if you're not careful when pulling them out. This first sprue's got the wheel well mouldings, there's some rib work in there, some rib detail. And then we've got the wheel struts, pitot tube, the hydraulic cylinders for the wheel bay doors. We've got the bomb halves, or are they drop tanks? They look more like drop tanks. And then we've got a pilot seat. So maybe we don't get a resin seat. Yes we do, we get a resin seat. But you can use the resin seat, optional, or you can use a mouldy one. The mouldy one actually has the quilted detail on the back there. So that's pretty good. It's moulded with the quilted cushion. You've got a moulded instrument panel, so you have the option. And the mouldings are crisp and clean. I can't see flash. Very well moulded. And there's no eject pin marks in seam areas. So yeah, they look very nice. There's these pedals, foot pedals. Alright, let's look at sprue 2. We have the propeller blades, the wheel halves, There you can see the spoke details there. Got the spinners, 2 versions of spinner. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe one's more rounded, one's more pointed, but they're both four propeller blade spinners. Got the rear wheel. Got the rear wheel bay doors there. We got the exhausts, manifolds, and then we got the oleo struts, and we got the cannons here, the 4 blades. There's 2 different styles of prop blades. One's a more narrower blade, and one has a more rounded curve to it. But again, these mouldings look really crisp, and if you're going to see any flash, you'd expect flash around these 3D formed surfaces where the 2 halves of the mould come together and they've got to shut out nice and cleanly without gaps. That's where you'd expect, where you've got contoured surfaces, but it looks really nice. And again, no ejector pin marks on visual surfaces. So that's the second sprue. Last 2 sprues. Here's all the body work. One sprue is just the wings. These are a glossy moulded plastic. Nice, crisp, very nice recessed panel line detail. I don't know whether that's coming up on the camera. It's not heavy, not like Airfix. I think everyone agrees that Airfix recessed panel lines are a lot wider, and it could be a lot of improvement with the Airfix recessed panel lines. But no flash in these open areas where cores are coming through and having to shut off on the opposite surface of the mould. So nice, clean, crisp mouldings. Great surface detail. Nicely moulded. So that's the wings. Next we have fuselage halves, and then the optional moulded wheel bay doors and moulded interior panel works and floor for the cockpit floor for the cockpit, and the wall, God, what's it called? The wall inside, behind the engine, the firewall. Duh. And again, these mouldings, the recessed panel lines is fine and beautiful, nice crisp moulding. That's really impressive mouldings they are. Again, no ejector pins. The detail, I mean, these could be used. These moulded parts are so crisp and they're nicely detailed. See the radiator detail and the floor detail, and then all the detail within the wheel bay doors, and then the side panels for the interior cockpit. But if you can see those recessed panel lines, I don't know, on the fuselage, looks really nice. And on the horizontal stabilizer halves. This looks like a really nice kit, guys. I am really looking forward to getting stuck in with this. So let's have a look at the resin parts. So there's, spread them out, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 resin parts. And just move them out to where the camera will look at one. There's the pilot seat, and you can see all the quilted detail on that. And it's got some side detail. And it's nice and thin. It's not like a thick chunk of resin. It's very nicely done. And then this, I think it's either the base floor. I think it's the floor. That's the floor of the cockpit. See a lot of nice detail there. It's going to be a fun build. one of the side walls. Super detail. The opposite side wall. I hope this is focusing. I have no clue because I can't see the screen on my camera. I'll take images of everything photographed so at the end of the video you can see still images. And then instrument panel, and then some handles that go on the side of the cockpit interior on the side walls. And then here are the foot rests, foot plates. And then we have the joystick and then some other pieces. I'm not sure what they are. Obviously go inside the cockpit. We have two pieces of resin left. We have the firewall. Very nicely done. And then we have the armour plating backrest behind the pilot seat. Again, I'll photograph this all in detail so you get to see it, and I'll photograph the PE, so stick around to the end of the video so you can see everything close up. And the last mouldy parts are the clear parts, and they're very clear, they're beautiful, very nicely moulded. Let's put that against the black screen of the phone and see if it shows up better. Oh yeah, I didn't show. It's now Friday, April 16th, 5:16 PM. It's just to show that the kit hasn't been started before the build started. Alright, so that's all the resin parts, the moulded parts, the booklet, masks, painting instructions, stencil marking instructions, and we didn't take the PE parts out. We've looked at the decals, but I'll take the PE parts out. Not now, but you should be able to see, I think, like that. I'll take photographs. That's it, guys. That's my inbox introduction and review of the Tempest Mk.V by Eduard, limited edition, scale 148. My entry into Tim Edwards RAF 100 in scale group build. Looking forward to this one. And again, thanks to you, Mr. Bob Dyer, for sending me this kit. Really appreciate it. This looks like a beautiful kit, mate, and I can't wait to get stuck in. Alright then, stick around for the photographs, and that's it from me, guys. Talio, chocks away.